What's going on, guys? It's your boy D-Dub, and today on the channel I want to take a quick look at this entertainment system. Now, I was given this by somebody that I used to work with, and I never really actually touched it. He bought it on like AliExpress. He thought it was basically like the legitimate NES Classic, and I don't think that that's what it is, because he was complaining that there was no Zelda on it. There was no like classic Mario, and that's pretty much what he wanted out of it. So today we're just going to go ahead and take a quick look at it, and I'll let you know what I think about it. So as always, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, let me know what you like about the channel, leave comments down below, and I'm actually doing a giveaway right now, so follow me. I'll leave a comment in the bottom, go over to Twitter, and it'll be the pinned tweet on my Twitter page. So without further ado, let's get into the 620, which is way more than the actual NES Classic, which only had 30. So let's take a look at it. So of course, after actually opening the box, this here is the system. It's not very reliable looking. The pins on the inside just look like straight chop metal. There's no smoothness. It's just like straight up steel stock. And as you can see, it is the entertainment system. It's the entertainment system, baby. Here's the back. We got the DC in and the AV out. Kind of a weird little setup, but that's alright. We're going to go ahead and check it out. So it should also be noted, like I said, here's the controller. It actually looks like an NES controller. You know, here's the box. Nothing special. Nothing too special going on with it. 620 classic games. NTSC and PAL. Employed universally through AV out. With dual game handle. Can you believe that? And what else do I want to show? Yes, here is the manual. This is basically your Super Famicom. You know, here's how you plug it in. If you couldn't figure that out, I don't know if you can read that. I think it might just be the camera that's doing that. But it basically says plug it into your TV, plug it into the console. Here's one last picture. Can't figure that out. You know, plug it into the wall. Them's your instructions. Let's get those out of here. So, I've accidentally hit the Chinese, so we need the English. So let's get into the English. Man, we got Contra 1, and we got Contra 7. Let's do Contra 7. Must apologize, this yellow stripe going down the center. I don't know what that's about. Goes into demo mode quite fast if you don't hurry up and hit play. Man, I don't even know what this is, but it looks terrible. Man, I'm getting all buzzed up. I'm not sure what game this would actually be. Oh, what happened to my guy? This does not play too smooth. So right off the bat, we'll go with that. This thing is probably pretty crummy. And I don't think I have enough time to... Can you even see my guy? I was gonna say, at this point, you're just better off to just run through it, I think. Game over. Alright. Let's hit that old reset button. Let's see. Let's do Mario 6. From 1992. This sounds... I knew it. I frickin' knew it. I knew this sounded familiar. This is Tiny Toon Adventures, which I actually, well, I don't have, but I have it on the Sega Genesis. Well, that was my bad. But man, that's hilarious how they just put the Super Mario Brothers 3 sprite in here. This is actually a really good game for those of you who may not have played it. Not this version. This thing is all washed out and it looks terrible. Ooh, man, they actually made the slide mechanic work. So it's funny what they do in Japan. Or China. See, that's the actual sprite. That's right, and you could fly around. I actually had a lot of fun with this game as a kid. I liked the Tiny Toon Adventures. That was a good show. Alright, that's enough of that game, because we'll be here all day. But it's cool that they officially licensed Mario 6. Dr. Mario. I'm guessing we could imagine what most of those are. Let's see what Turtles 4 is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Tournament Fighters. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to skip that. Hit the old reset button again. We'll keep it going because we got 620 games here. So, man, we could be here all day. Chippendale. Bubble Bobble 2. They got Chippendale 1, but not 2. And then they got 3. This looks like a ripoff. So there's one of them. Oh my god. Man, it's funny what they'll do for $1 over there. This is, I can't even see anything. I don't know if it'll translate different on the YouTube video itself. But I can barely see the bullets. They just blend right in with the ground. And I know it's not the TV. Maybe it's the cable. What a piece of crap. That's a crap game. Alright, let's scroll through. Aladdin 3. We got Teenage Mutant. Guessing that's Teenage Mutant. Aladdin 3. Oh man, this is great. What am I carrying? Like a... I'm carrying something like a baby. And flying through the prehistoric era. Well, no, okay, those are camels. I thought those were dinosaurs for a second. Still, this is a quality game. These should have been on the NES Classic. Man, this game is great. Look, shooting bumblebees and flying by camels and shooting these other... I don't know what you call those. This might be one of my favorite games of all time. Let's keep scrolling through here. Alpha Mission, we got Ghostbusters. Let's do Paperboy. Alright, so this looks like it's the actual game. Hopefully it is the actual game. We'll have to see. Oh, I can't even see my guy. I could sort of see him at first. I think I can see him. Yeah, there we go. My guy's a ghost. Man, I might have to give this thing back, and it was free. Let's see what other great NES titles we have here. We got Gradius. This seems to be without the title screen. I wonder where all the titles went for the title screen. I think this is Gradius. That's one of the ones... Well, especially for the NES, there's so many of these types of shooter games that a lot of them I can't even keep track of. I must have had, as a kid, at least 30, probably 30 different shooters like this. Because like I said, my mom, she used to pick up NES carts back at the Goodwill store, like back in probably the mid to late 90s when you could still actually do that. And she bought a bunch of different ones. There was ones that she even passed up on, which I'm sure at that time, man, if I could only go back, there was probably just like a Earthbound, you know, because we didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up, so she wouldn't have bought Super Nintendo games. But I'm sure at that time, that was right around the time when my friends' parents were just giving their kids' systems away or just sort of throwing them in the dumpster. Oop, I accidentally hit Chinese. Alright, let's keep going here. Let's see what we got. Like, I'm sure some of these aren't even the actual, I'm sure some of these aren't even the real games. Like, I don't know what Fruit Pig is. Galg. Get 100 enemy parts to destroy drag. The number of parts equals 300. What is this, like? This is like a battle royale. I died already. Man. See, and then, you know, people wonder why. I mean, even the best NES games, it's, you know, they're on the Nintendo Switch, on the NES Online app that you download for your subscription service. But, even when we get new games, and there's only a couple that have come out so far that I've never even played. And it's kind of like this. You kind of... I don't even know what this is. This is Dig Dug 2, apparently. Man, look how good... That's spot on emulation. I'm impressed. Yeah. But even just aside from making like videos or putting out a new thing saying like here's the new games that are on the Nintendo Switch NES online app, you pretty much you see the games. If it's ones you've never tried before, you basically go through, you click on them. You might play for 2 minutes, and then you might even play for 30 seconds. And then that's pretty much it. You're just done with it. And that's kind of how I feel like with this thing. Spy vs. Spy. This was one. I say I have the cartridge, but really it's at my brother's house. But we played a lot of this game. We didn't even understand what was going on exactly either. And he always won because he seemed to understand what was actually going on. And then you took off in the little airplane at the end. I think that's what it was. We used to play a lot of this though. Yeah, and then he takes the briefcase and runs off with it. See, I'm not even playing. Oh. Fist fight. Oh, man. He got me, Beavis. But wow, there's a whole bunch of games to go through here. 620? He paid like, I don't know, 20 bucks for this thing? And then he was kind of sad when there wasn't Zelda on it. Like, I could just go through all of these and go, what is this? Jumpin' Kid, Lightning, Magic Egg, Man in Red, Mouse Snare, Nutcracky, Pong Pong, Thunderbird, Spider-Man. Let's do Spider-Man 1. Let's see what this is. I have a feeling that this is... So how do I actually go up to just the second level? Man, games used to be primitive. I could see this actually being fun though. I'm not sure if this is actually even a real game. If it is, I never played it. And I played a lot of different NES games, but that was kind of my early gaming days. And it was a lot of watching my brother play. As my parents, they bought the Nintendo because they saw that Tetris came with it. And they were also enjoying... Let's see what Turtles 1 is. Japanese or Chinese. Yeah, this was probably my least favorite Ninja Turtle game. My cousin had this one. And it was kind of cool that it was kind of like an RPG, sorta, because you went through the different sewers and stuff, and you had like the world map. And I always liked the music. The music was probably the coolest part. But I don't think I ever beat it, because I don't think we ever actually owned it. Like, even still, I don't think we have a copy of it. And me, I don't have a copy of any NES games. I actually only have, like, a few NES cartridges. And then I had another big box of NES games that I had acquired throughout time. And somehow my friend, he basically took them, and, well, needless to say, I'm not friends with him anymore. But that was probably a box of about 50 or 60, and there was some good ones in there. So let's keep seeing what we got here. Let's get to the couple hundred. Jump kid, jump kid, jump jump. Mirror devil, crystal ball, police dog, lazy. It's a beagle. What is this gonna be? They all seem to have this main... Alright, what is actually... I mean, this is actually kind of cool. I don't really believe that it's a real NES game. 'Cause I imagine over in China that there's still kids getting a hold of some, like, dev kits and, like, figuring out how to actually produce, like, realistic, truthful NES games that are still putting them on these types of consoles and trying to sell them. Because people were still making like NES games even into the late 90s. Like, you could still do that and put them on a cart, and you can still do that even to this day. But I'm sure in further corners of the earth that there's probably people thinking that there's still money to be made on the NES, when really you just put out a console like this where there's 620 games in one. And so far, Contra was maybe the only one that was actually decent. Donkey Kong 1, Donkey Kong 2, Clue Land, Excite Bike. And some of those I'm a little sketchy on even clicking those, because then I'd have to go and reset it and then scroll all the way back through. So I don't know if I want to do that. And then you see here we're going back through we've started back at A, and we're going all the way back through again. Contra 7. Natsume. Cage. Stage 1-1. Yeah, games were definitely primitive in those days. Gave me a real appreciation, but it's... And even now, I don't mind games that are like this, that have a little bit better mechanics, that are still like 8-bit or like pixel art, that come out still from like indie devs. But some of these games are just like really hard to go back to. Not all of them, but quite a few of them aren't as good as what they were back in the day. Even though this is all you had back in the day. Like, I remember being like 3 years old and playing stuff like this. Although, like I said, I had an older brother, so a lot of it was like, can I play? Can I play? And it was like, you can play later. I've made it to the first boss. Oh my god. Dude, how is he so fast? I think he just killed me. Well, I died. So we're gonna go ahead and check out one more game. Let's stick with the ninja theme. Ninja 3. This looks like a good game, right? I'm pushing button. Okay, here we go. Huh. That's weird. I picked up like a bamboo stick as my shield. I gotta say, well, I think this is going back in the box, so it's safe to say that the 620 in 1 blank entertainment system is actually a pretty good bargain. I'm guessing you could get this from AliExpress or, you know, maybe even Amazon, any one of those Chinese knockoffs. So anyways, that's the system. That's what it is. That's what it does. Not very great, but hey, it was given to me for free, so if I ever meet a kid that's in need of some video games, I might pass it along, because there's actually a couple decent ones on there, and I know Mario's on there as well, because I was checking it out before the video. So if there's ever a kid in need of some video games, I'll be glad to give that to him, because that's about as much use as I'm getting out of it. So anyways, guys, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. I'm D-Dub. You've been awesome. And I will see you guys in the next video.